welcome back to my channel. ഏവർക്കും എൻ്റെ ചാനലിലേക്ക് സ്വാഗതം. So today also we will be continuing the queries of Hcpc. I have started a first session for discussing the queries of Hcpc. Most common queries I am receiving daily have been discussed in these two videos. In the previous video, I have discussed all the queries and I have given the apt answers for the best of my knowledge. And today also we will be discussing few of the queries which I have missed out in part 1 will be discussed for today's session. Along with that, the queries of some other queries also will be discussed for today's session. So in my previous video or in my previous sessions, I have discussed that I have few of the WhatsApp groups, and many of these groups are meant for radiographers community. That is radiographer coaching group is there. Many of them have qualified GCC licensing exam, that is DHA, Prometric. Many of them have qualified. Actually, these groups were started up for PSC coaching as for Kerala PSC exam. But many have joined and I have started, the third group have been started up and many of them are qualified, and it is very happy moment for me when I feel that many of them are qualifying the exam or getting a job. It is a special happiness for me. Okay. Then I have an NHS interview group is there. It is also very special group. This NHS interview group is purely meant for radiographers, and in that we will be sharing few of the interview questions. Who have qualified the interviews will be sharing their questions so that you can prepare and you can have a mock trial by your own. And we have also started up a mock trial, interview mock trial also in this group. So there will be a discussion of answers will also be happening in the group as if like a group discussion. So those who wish to join any of these groups, so the NHS groups or the radiographers coaching, and I am having Hcpc query group is there, coru group is there, as well as Camrt, that is Canadian Association group is also there. Those who wish to join any of these groups can just WhatsApp me. I will be giving my WhatsApp number as well as my email address in my description box. And yet another thing is that in this Hcpc group is not only meant for radiographers. I have started up a group for laboratory, that is biomedical scientist, as well as for physiotherapist. So those who wish to join these groups also can just WhatsApp me. And the glad news is that many of the candidates or the members in the NHS groups have qualified NHS interview, and many of them got job, that is in NHS Trust. So it is a very glad news, and I have one of my dear friend in this group. He is Sam Abraham and he is working in United Kingdom. He is a very supporter and a very dedicated person. So you can get valuable information from him too if you have joined these groups. So that with that, let us begin today's session. I will be sharing the questions I have received related with Hcpc. Before moving on to Hcpc, I have few things to share with my viewers. That for GCC licensing exam, the ministry have once changed their rule that only the government body registration will be accepted, and many of them have rushed for Kerala paramedical registration. So now the ministry have made some sort of relaxation, that is private body registration is also accepted for GCC, that is Gulf countries licensing exam. So if you are having any private body registration, you can rush for the data flow, you can take the date for the exam and go ahead with your licensing or license, and you can rush to, if you are planning for Gulf job, you can move ahead. Since this Kerala paramedical registration is getting on delayed, there was a change that after getting paramedical registration you have to get 2 years experience. All those things have been waived off. So once you have got the registration, you can directly move ahead with your data flow. For that you have to go ahead with any consultancies. It was one of the query. And registration, about the registration, I have getting many of the queries related with this registration for Hcpc. That means many of them are asking me that I am having Kerala paramedical registration. So whether I need to get registration in any private body was another query. The thing is that, as I discussed in my previous video, that the once you have submitted the documents to HCPC will be sending verification. They will be doing verification from three areas. The first area is where you have completed your graduation or post-graduation, or to which position you are applying for or applying for registration. That area they will be doing verification, that whether the student have whether this candidate was your student, like that they will be doing the verification. The second area is the manager or the chief where you are working, whether your character is good, all those things, or is he good. Some few of the questions will be asked to your manager or the chief. From there the verification will be taken or completed. And the third area is the professional body. So if you are giving Kerala paramedical or some other paramedical registration in spite of, means a government body registration in spite of private body, the thing is that once this HCPC is sending this verification mail, they have to respond back. Then only your verification will be complete. So make sure that whatever registration body or the professional body you are giving, make sure that that body will be giving a response once your verification is coming, and make sure that you should have a touch with all these areas to whom or the which or official email address you have provided. You just have a touch with these people. Then since this verification should be completed when the HCPC have been sent the verification mail to these three areas. The thing is that I have receiving many of the queries that I have done the first payment. Many of the viewers have contacted me that I have done the first payment. Till now, I have not received my second payment link. All those things I have discussed about the first and second payment, all those things I have discussed in my first video. So kindly have a watch to that video. So after the first payment, HCPC will be sending this verification mail to these three areas. And how long this verification is complete, with respect to that you will be receiving your second payment. So many of them are asking me, I have done my first payment, so after how many days or how many months I will be receiving my second payment link. I am receiving lot of queries related with that. Once you have submitted your documents, since everything is on pending, it takes about 5 to 6 months to receive the first payment. Once you have paid your first payment or the first payment is completed, the HCPC will be sending this verification mail to these three areas. How fastly or speedily they are completing this verification, with respect to that you will be receiving your second payment link. Once you have completed your second payment link, you will receive your registration number. But in that also, many of the viewers are saying that only my verification have gone only to my college, to my professional body, or not to my manager. They have not sent any verification. I am receiving lot of queries like that, and we have wrote a mail to, or we have sent mail to HCPC, and the HCPC is not responding. Likewise, also I am receiving lot of queries. For that, you have to send email to this email and this address, so that you will get immediately you will be getting the response from HCPC. That is priorityrec@hcpc-uk.org. This is the email. I will be giving this email address. You can see in the top. So to this email address, if you are sending your queries, they will be responding you at the earliest. Then was related with the good standing certificate. So HCPC doesn't require any good standing certificate. Actually, this private body, as I said before, once the private body receive the verification mail, since they don't know anything about this candidate, they will be asking for a taking good standing certificate. After paying some sort of payment also they are buying for this good standing certificate. Once you have paid this good standing certificate, they will be doing the verification for you. So actually HCPC doesn't require any good standing certificate, and while if you are applying for the GCC exam, the good standing certificate at the time of data upload, they are asking for good standing certificate. So in that you can provide your good standing certificate. That the ministry or that's a process of the data flow you have to submit. While in the case of Hcpc, there is no need of good standing certificate. Many of them are asking such queries also that whether we have to send any good standing certificate for Hcpc. No need to send any good standing certificate for Hcpc. As I said, all the documents which I have shared in my first video should be sent for Hcpc. Good standing certificates is not asked by Hcpc. And at another query I received was, I have already taken one good standing certificate for some other purpose. Again also I need to take. Yesterday I had a conversation with one of the private body member. So with respect to that, once you have taken the good standing certificate, and if it is not valid, it is only valid for a couple of months or year. After that, if they are asking you to renew it, you have to take a good standing certificate with payment for next purpose. It's what I came to know from them. It was one another query I usually receive. Then related with the English declaration form, that the medium of instruction is in English, that's the English declaration form. Whether we have to take this declaration form from our school level. Actually, this is not needed. Many of them have taken that English is a medium of instruction from the +2 also. But it is not needed. Actually, the professional area in medium of instruction is only needed. If it is not compulsory that you have to take a declaration form from your school level. Yet another query was related with the age. Many of them were asking whether there is a time limit or an age limit for applying for HCPC was one another query. There is no age limit. Anyone can apply for HCPC registration. And many of them are asking me about the experience. Minimum of 1 year of experience is needed to apply for HCPC, as all the questions they are asking for interview is based on scenario based questions. So it is better to apply for HCPC after getting of 1 year of experience, or after 6 months also you can just move on your documents, since as I said before, it takes about 6 months to get your first payment link. So after completing your payment and getting into the register, it will take time. So after that only you will be able to apply through tracks. You can apply for that. NHS tracks is there. Once you have applied through that tracks, you will be starting receiving email alert of the vacancies, and you can apply through these tracks. And there are many consultancies who are providing free recruitment. You go ahead with these free recruitment agencies. Once you have qualified, you will be receiving your 2-tier sponsorship, and you can fly to UK. So let all your dreams come true. So with that, I think I have completed all the queries of HCPC. If you have any further queries, you can just feel free to contact me. If you am receiving more than 5 queries, I will be preparing yet another video for HCPC queries. If my session was very helpful for you, don't forget to share among your friends, colleagues, and please do support me by subscribing and by enabling the bell icon too, so that you will receive the notifications of all the videos I am uploading. So until then, stay safe, stay healthy, and stay tuned for my next update. Until then, bye-bye.